tonight. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Bol. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Barton in at the 2 spot. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 3. Fires from deep. And Bol pulls it down.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Here's Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Barton against George. Here's Zubac. Oh, what a play!
Watch it!
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Now here's Barton. Back to Jokic. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Leonard against Porter. Leonard attacking. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
Murray kicks to Barton. Murray dishes the Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Beverly. Leonard attacking. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Porter. For Denver, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Wide open look here for Murray. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Can't let Murray get comfortable with that shot. His stroke is just as pure as it gets.
Zubac against Jokic. Here's George. And they pick up 2.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Denver leading by 4.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So it's the Clippers now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. To the inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Over to the wing, and stolen by Gordon. Rivers passes to Millsap, and it's good. 2 points.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
The Nuggets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Now, here's Kennard. Passes it to Ibaka. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Pass to Rivers. Now McGee. Back to Morris. In the corner, it's Gordon. Kennard against Rivers. Dishes it to Millsap. Just 3 to shoot. McGee with no one around. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 5. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kennard the pass to Mann and stolen by Gordon. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Rivers. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Austin Rivers, the son of a famed player and basketball coach, Doc, making an impact in his league with his overall play.
Rivers hits both of them. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Jackson looking it over. Offside, Batum. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And you see the vision from Paul Millsap. That's another area that he provides for his team.
And so is the Denver Nuggets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Old school basketball. It's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Gordon. And it's Morris in at the point. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Here's Jackson. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Batum. McGee with the block. Got a piece of it. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Now, here is Morris. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Counted, good. Millsap's got 7 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Zubac kicks to Beverly. It's good from long range. Beverly's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
And here's George. Down low, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Rivers. That shot misses. Excellent D there from George. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Beverly.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Denver. Now here's Murray. Drops in the layup for 2. He has 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And George kicks to Morris. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Murray's got 4 points this quarter. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 6.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
It's Bull, top of the key. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
Murray dishes to Barton. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Kennard. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8. And that's a foul called on Bol. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 8. Outside Jackson. To the middle. Jokic with the steal.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And like his father, Manu, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Jackson against Murray. The drive by Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Denver was looking great right away. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Luke Kennard. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3 spot.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Clippers trail by 8. Beverly with the ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Beverly's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers.
Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverly.
Right at the free throw line, and that one goes long.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Puts the move on, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And he's good on the second.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Jokic drops them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. He feeds it to Leonard. Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Banked in off the glass. Bulls got 6 points.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Now here is George. Leonard on the wing. Down low. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
For Los Angeles, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Now, here is Morris. Rivers in the corner. Morris passes to McGee. Back to Morris. And there's the feed to McGee. And he finishes nicely on the layup. McGee's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
George against Rivers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Morris passes to McGee. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Here's Morris. And McGee kicks to Morris. Off target from 3-point range.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Now, here's Zubac. The pass to Beverly. Back to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard kept alive. McGee with the block. They retain possession. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Shrugging off the contact, Millsap would not be denied.
Here's George. Can't connect from short range. The Nuggets leading by 10. Here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now, here is Morris. Outside Leonard, just 5 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Morris, no good. Millsap's against Batum. Nobody near Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. Here's McGee. And right as the buzzer sounded, he just dunked it right down. Wow!
Solid finish to the quarter, making sure that one went in.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Nuggets on top, up by 12. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. As we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Paul Millsap. Monte Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the precinct. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Morris outside to the paint. Outside Millsap. Morris with the ball. Jackson on him. McGee's shot is off.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Kennard's shot is off. Denver leading by 10. Rivers gets a wide open look. And it's off the back rim. No good. Kennard against Gordon. Jackson dishes to Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Batum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Morris outside. Pass to McGee. Kicks to Millsap. McGee. Back to Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
Well, all right. Paul Millsap looking bouncy tonight.
And the Clippers call time here.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys.
Strong take by Paul. He plays with great decisiveness.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Barton outside. Here's Bull. Pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. A second chance effort. The kick out to Porter. Denver passing it around. Murray for 3. They get it again. Jokic on the follow. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Zubac the pass to Morris. It's George on the wing. Barton defending. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Bucket is good. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Jokic passes to Bull.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bull's understanding of when to look for his is next level.
Outside, George. But they recover it. And Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 12. Barton kicks to Bull. Barton dishes to Murray. The pass to Porter. Barton outside. Back to Murray. Barton outside. It's Porter outside. The kick out to Barton. Pass to Porter. Here's the three. And no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nuggets.
Their superior ball handling, 1 of 4.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Millsap.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Now George, following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. And stolen by Bull. Jokic passes to Porter. Barton outside. Jokic finds Murray. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. So, all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. We're great. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday Night Cup. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Nikola Jokic, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then there's Bull, and it's Porter in at the 3. And for Dallas, Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Doncic passes to Porzingis for 3. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis.
That is a sweet-looking jumper there, boy. Doncic doesn't need much space or time to get shots off.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now here's Hardaway. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's Murray, and a wide open look for Porter. Jokic on the follow.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Pass to Marjanovic. Porzingis with the ball. Outside Hardaway. The 3. Rebound by Murray. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Murray. Plays it up off the glass.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Here's Doncic. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Here's Finney-Smith. And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the strength of Murray, finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And so here is Dallas. They trail by 6. Richardson right side. 5 on the clock. Sinks the 15-footer. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Now Richardson following the miss by Michael Porter from deep, and the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Murray outside. Ball kicks to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. They grab their own miss.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Melly. Here's Cauley Stein. The feed to Powell. Here's Brunson. Back to Powell. And stolen by Bull. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And finished off by Porter.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
With 1 on the clock. And there's the nice layup by Cauley Stein.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And so it's Denver with their lead standing. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a
selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To the wing right side. Rivers kicks to Gordon. And here is Marjanovic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Finney-Smith passes to Hardaway. Dallas again missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
A different look for Dallas. Here's Brunson. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Passes it to Richardson. The pass to Powell. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
Rivers passes to Morris. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to Melly. Up top Powell. Here's Melly. He kicks it to Richardson. Fires for 3. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Brunson against Morris. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Brunson against Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And the second free throw, good. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And too long on the shot.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Doncic outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
He is comfortable putting his head down and attacking. Doncic is unfazed, unflappable, even against beastly defenders.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Murray outside. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Doncic, here we go. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
But you know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their games. Deadly from the mid-range.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Dishes it to Powell. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Gordon. Now Jokic uses the glass to finish the layup. Jokic has got 8 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now Doncic. The Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 10. And that...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Mavericks shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's foul number 2 for him. Morris passes to Millsap.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
Well, how about Porzingis showing you some nice quickness and activity, determined to get after the steal.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks, but you got to remember Porzingis missed the full season. He was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. 4 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Morris kicks to Rivers. To the left wing. Over Hardaway. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 10-point game. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis over Millsap. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now the pass to Rivers. Lets it go from deep. And again, Denver no good. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Hardaway finds Marjanovic. Hardaway against Rivers. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Marjanovic has got it back down to within single digits for Dallas. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Murray, the pass to Bull. Jokic with it. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy buckets thanks to his hustle after the steal. And that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Porter kicks to Murray. Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Bull dishes to Barton. Goes back up. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 6. Now here's Richardson. Pass to Brunson. It's Cauley Stein, top of the key. Dallas moving the ball around. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The shot misses. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Richardson. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Richardson's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Jokic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Mavericks trail by 6. Passes it to Cauley Stein. And here is Powell. Runs in the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Murray kicks to Jokic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Jokic has got 12.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Richardson outside. Brunson scanning the floor. There's the pass to Cauley Stein. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Martin from outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets lead by 4. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Hardaway. Porzingis. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
Richardson outside. Pass to Porzingis. Knocked away. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Richardson with it. Pass to Marjanovic. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Doncic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Richardson against Rivers, and the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
To the inside, Millsap with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Rivers finds Morris. Porzingis with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. Count that one. Richardson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Morris, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Richardson. Passes it to Finney-Smith. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Millsap. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Richardson.
I'll tell you what, Millsap's mobility is impressive, but he's also skilled at putting the ball on the floor and challenging the defense.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Morris against Doncic. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And just a loss of concentration there, and they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
Yeah, clearly an unforced mistake there. You got to keep your head in the game and tighten that handle.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Murray surveying the D. Powell with the steal. Jokic with the steal. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. At the elbow, Bol. Outside, Porter. He dishes it to Bol. Clock at 4. The kick out to Porter. Powell trying to free himself up. No good on the 3. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Finney-Smith. And it's all evened up.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Murray outside. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slings it in.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
Doncic against Murray, and the dunk by Doncic.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
And Murray, here we go. 2 points, that one goes.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bol. And Paul Millsap is subbed in for Will Barton.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Now here's Murray. D right on him. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
Murray against Doncic to take the lead. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Dishes it to Powell. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And it's Jokic in the corner. Up again, and Porter putting it right back in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Murray outside. Missed.
Tell you what, like with most players, when Doncic is aggressive,
everyone. Greetings from 2K. Sports. And as things...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at point. Now here is George. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Leonard looking around. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Doncic has got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside, George. Morris into the lane. Inside, Porzingis with the steal. Passes to Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Beverly finds George. That one goes in.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And it's Dallas with another.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Beverly looking around. Pass to Zubac. He dishes it to George. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Lachey. No good there. And it's Dallas the other way. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. Hardaway passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Hardaway. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And George with the stuff.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks leading by 3. And here's Brunson. 3-pointer. Dallas no good that time either. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. can find the creases with that handle.
Dallas has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Melly passes to Richardson. Pass to Melly. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Jackson passes to Mann. Brunson against Jackson. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Here's Richardson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, Richardson came in shooting threes and thought that might be the only thing he could do. He's no one-trick pony.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Clippers on top, leading by just 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Doncic, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Mann passes to Batum. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding on what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
And Dallas again with the bucket.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Stolen by George. There's the three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Richardson, good. Richardson's got his second basket.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
George passes to Batum. It's deflected, but he gets it back. Beverly finds Zubac. Clock at 6. The shot by George, no good. The Mavericks leading. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Richardson against George. Richardson kicks to Brunson. Shot clock at 2. Back to Richardson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. Outside Leonard. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George will take those opportunities anytime he can get them. A nice dunk there.
Thompson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Dallas moving it around. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Back to Powell. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Richardson against Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 1:03 left to play in the first half. Doncic passes to Porzingis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Kennard on the wing. To the middle, Hardaway with the steal. And Doncic, here we go. The pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Back to Jackson, passes it to Kennard. And here is Ibaka. Here's Kennard, guarded by Hardaway. 4 on the clock. 8 feet away. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Marjanovic. From deep. A big-time effort for Porzingis. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening. And that should do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Now here is Hardaway. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And then Hardaway with the dunk. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Jackson is doubled. Ibaka, the pass to man. Right side, Batum. Powell pulls it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Over to the left wing. Back to Cauley Stein. Powell inside. Defended by Ibaka. Kicks it out to Richardson. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Batum. The dish now to Jackson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Richardson. Makes it off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Josh Richardson.
Awesome seeing Richardson get a little tricky with the ball. Some fancy moves there.
Pass to Jackson. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Now Kennard. Here's Mann. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Brunson, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Kennard against Richardson. The Clippers again turning it over. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. The three. Here's Cauley Stein. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
And Leonard gets it to go.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Off target with his three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in this game like that.
Dallas calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
With Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success. And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Porzingis finds Marjanovic. 41 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Hardaway. To end the run. Second chance shot. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Sinks the triple.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Doncic looking it over. Over George. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And here's Doncic from the arc. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile three-level scorer.
Here's Leonard. It's enemies a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Doncic with the bucket.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And here's George. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Zubac.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. George against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Left side, Porzingis. And the pass to Finney-Smith. For the three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. To the paint. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Mavericks trail by 9. Doncic outside. Passes it to Finney-Smith. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Misses, and he wants that one back.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
George with the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by George. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Just Paul George showing how dominant he can be as a two-way player.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 13. 1:43 left to play in the final quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
George, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. It's a 14-point game. Leonard with the steal. It's George on the wing. And no good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The 3 for Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams. And tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's Beverly. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good competition. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Up next, the Clippers. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Now, let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Will Barton. Cole is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point. And for Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. Now here's Beverley. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Beverley against Murray. Here's Zubac and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Now here's Murray. Passes it to Jokic. A three ball. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a three-point game. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
Well, not only can Jokic get some steals, but he's such a great passer. He gets the break going with the quick outlet.
Here's George. Shoots the three. That shot, no good. Here's Denver now. Jokic inside. He's against Morris. Here's Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Oh, offensive interference. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now, here's George. Following the miss by Bol. Barton against George. Can't hit that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Murray finds Porter. Got that bucket in no time at all.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Nobody near Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Tries again. Rebound by the Clippers.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Ahead. And it's Bol that time on the assist by Porter. Bol's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Here's Leonard. And it's sent back by Jokic. And here's the break. Barton, wide open, he fires. Denver with a new 14. And Porter putting it right back in.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
George passes to Leonard. To stop the run. Doesn't go that time. Good defense by Jokic. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Beverley. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. Beverley dishes to George. .135 left here in the first quarter. Here's Porter. The shot will not fall. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Pass to McGee. Rivers dishes to Morris. And it's Gordon penetrating. The 9-foot shot. The shot's good from McGee.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
George double teamed. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Denver. And it's the Nuggets ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Outside Millsap. Now the dish to McGee. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
On the wing, George. Another shot. Zubac the pass to George. Opening close and nails it.
When near the bucket, Paul George knows what to do. This guy has such a nuanced understanding of the offense.
Rivers surveying the D. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the
mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Man in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Ibaka hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Ibaka's got his first points in this one.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3 ball.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Millsap dishes to Morris. Rivers gets a wide open look, and the 3 ball is good. Rivers has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, if you are a modern NBA shooting guard, you have got to be able to shoot with range, and Austin Rivers knocks it down.
McGee with the block, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nuggets leading by 11. Now Murray. No points in the game yet for him. Jokic kicks to Bull. Murray the pass to Bull. Launches it. Jokic, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Jokic with the steal. Barton drives in. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 13-point game. The pass to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. From deep, George. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. The Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Murray kicks to Jokic. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Here's George. Bull making his last shot from downtown. Los Angeles with another miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
From deep three-point range, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bulls got 4 points this quarter.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
George, and he banks in the layup.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And here is Murray. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Denver. 13 points up at the end of the period.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, after 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a 13-point lead.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Bull.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Austin Rivers is out there with Morris. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's McGee in at the center position. Jackson gets the bucket.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Rivers. He's got 7. Here's Morris. Here's McGee. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Denver shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now, here is Ibaka. Here's Batum. That one a little long.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Ibaka outside. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, how about the frame and the concentration of Serge Ibaka? What an interior finish that was.
Right side, Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Jackson. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now here's Murray. From deep. Jokic finds Barton. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Porter, no luck. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Zubac. He feeds it to Morris. Back to Zubac. Second chance shot. And with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Morris.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Jokic passes to Murray. He gets hauled in by Beverly.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
The kick out to Porter. Back to Barton. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Yep, that one goes.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Left side, Porter. It's Barton on the wing. The feed to Bull. And the layup's good off the glass. Bull's got 10 points.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
George passes to Leonard. And he comes up with the deuce. 8 points for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Murray surveying the D. Jokic high post. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jokic has got his first 2 points.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Now here's Beverly. And stolen by Barton. One-on-one fast break. And a wide open look for Porter. That shot off the mark. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
The Clippers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible. Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Pass to Leonard. Good, nice job down low. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Clippers trail by 6. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Morris against Beverly. McGee. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now, here is Morris. Down low, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Murray against Beverly. On the wing, George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. And that one is good. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Murray outside. Lays it up off the glass.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
George looking over the floor. Zubac the pass to Morris. Back to Zubac. Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Basket good. And it's a 6-point Denver lead.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
No good on the free throw.
Well, I don't know that when he was selected 10th overall back in 2010, that the casual fan understood that Paul George would become one of the most effective two-way players in the NBA, but he's done just that.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And he gets the bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Leonard against Porter. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets leading by 7. Murray the pass to Jokic. Jackson against Murray. Off target at the rim. On up the court. Here's Leonard. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Leonard's got 11 points here in just the second half. Murray against Jackson. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. And the rejection by Ibaka. Here's George. Finished off the break. Now it's just a 3-point Denver lead.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Here's Murray. Now the pass to Jokic. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Morris against Jackson. Morris right side. Jokic passes to McGee. Shot clock at 2. And it's Jokic missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
It's Jackson with the drive. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Right block shot.
Good. Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Leonard looking around. He kicks to George. To tie it up. Fires the three. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Denver is in football, so let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Cole is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2 spot. Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis inside. He's covered by Murray. And here's the fast break. Here's Bol. No good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Porter with the steal. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Jokic, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. Back to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. To the paint. Doncic finds Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's Barton. Inside. Jokic. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. Murray, the pass to Jokic.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Nice D from Porzingis. To the middle. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Boy, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Murray kicks the ball. Back to Murray. Pass to Bol. Porzingis with the steal. The 3 for Doncic. No good. Shot missing. Now Denver takes it the other way. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And there's Porter on the assist by Bol.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head. And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Tell you what, with Jokic, you got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bol. Gordon comes in for Porter. Rivers, he's checked in for Barton. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Powell with it. Now defended by Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here's Brunson. Denver getting their last shot to go.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
Here's Gordon. Pass to Millsap. Kicks it out to Gordon. It's rebounded by Dallas. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Richardson finds Powell. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Here's Rivers. That shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Cauley Stein. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. JaVale McGee's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1. A nice shot by Rivers. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 6 to shoot. It's Richardson on the wing and stolen by Gordon. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Denver.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, we've got Maxi Kleber. Dwight Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard position. Kleber, the pass to Powell. The feed to Cauley Stein. Back to Powell. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Murray against Marjanovic. Jokic passes the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
And the size Ball poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Mavericks trail by 5. Doncic with it. He kicks it to Hardaway. To the right side. Back to Marjanovic. Misses from close range. The Nuggets shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Martin with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Murray against Doncic. Passes to Porzingis. From 13 feet, it goes down. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Really easy to understand why many are high on Porzingis. This guy is a terrific offensive player.
Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And he makes that one. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that jump shot is wet. Hold this, says Doncic. Any kind of airspace, and he's knocking that down.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And it's Doncic missing. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. The Nuggets leading by 8. Murray outside. In the corner, Bull with it. Lets it go with a 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hey, Murray's reputation and profile is that of a scorer. I mean, that's what he is, but he's also showing you that he's not afraid to get his hands dirty either.
Porter with the steal. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And McGee kicks to Morris. Back to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
I like the fact that McGee not just going through the motions here. I mean, setting a good solid screen, timing his roll perfectly. That's basketball 101 there.
Back to Brunson. Kleber inside. He's guarded by Rivers. Kleber, no good. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Gordon, the pass to Millsap. Back to Gordon. Millsap in the corner. Clock at 6. Gordon with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. Mavericks trail by 12. And here's Brunson. Powell kicks to Brunson. Back to Powell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game, and I think he's only going to get better down there.
The Nuggets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Shooting for Denver.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brunson the pass to Powell. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And, you know, for a bigger guy, Millsap runs the break well. He does a nice job of getting into the lane in transition.
30 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Brunson. Here's Cauley-Stein, and easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Morris against Brunson. Rivers kicks to Morris. Millsap dishes to McGee. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Richardson.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
Richardson attacking. And so that brings the first half to a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. And one of the strengths of this Denver... That's all for now. Say good.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Bull. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Bull, the pass to Jokic. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Now Doncic. And there's the pass to Hardaway. Out to Doncic. Gets an open look and hits. Doncic has got the opening bucket to start the second half for Dallas. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. The three for Doncic. Porter pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Count it.
Murray's shot is a real weapon for him. He's as reliable a shooter from the mid-range as it gets.
Up top, Doncic. 6 points for him. Here's Finney Smith, but they'll get another chance. Misses the three. Jokic kicks the Bull. A second chance effort. And there it is for him. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. To the inside. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Hardaway. 8 points for Porzingis.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. There's the triple. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bull. Makes it off the glass. Bull's got 6.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Barton against Doncic. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. Here's Porter. Here's Jokic. Porter dishes the Bull. No good with the elbow jumper.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And that one's good, Marjanovic.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Murray surveying the D, and it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
Doncic against Murray. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And it's Dallas with another.
Well, I love watching Doncic go to work there. Assertiveness is the key, and that's part of why he's so successful.
Barton against Hardaway. Jokic connects on the foul line jumper. Jokic has got 6 in the quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Hardaway kicks to Finney Smith. Murray against Doncic. Lets the 3 fly to the paint. Over Murray, and it doesn't even draw iron. The Nuggets leading by 17. And And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his second bucket.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Doncic outside. From deep three-point range, Porzingis. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets taking a 19-point lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Kleba in at the three, the small forward. Pass to Richardson. This is to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Boy, the coaching staff loves seeing this. I mean, Porzingis being active and effective from this area here.
Up top, Morris. Guarded by Doncic. Morris kicks to Gordon. Porzingis with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. That's in for his fifth make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heel.
Morris with the bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Morris against Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. And the dunk by Powell.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Rivers surveying the D. Good work defensively by Richardson.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Doncic passes to Powell. Off target from the wing. Denver leading by 15. Here's Gordon. And yes, it's good.
And whenever there's an opportunity to drive, Gordon just flies to the rim. Great quickness, breathtaking quickness.
Passes it to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Shoots from the line. Not going to go that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Millsap finds Rivers. Powell pulls it in.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
It's stolen by Morris. Gordon goes in, and then Gordon with the dunk.
What a drive to the hoop from Gordon. I mean, he only needs a step or two to take off for those throwdowns.
Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. There's the dish to Powell. Doncic kicks to Powell. Clock is at 3. Back to Doncic. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Powell doing a nice job recognizing when to give it up. He, to me, is the epitome of a valued utility player. Knows his role.
Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trail by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nuggets.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards, and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
The three for Doncic. Kleba, the pass to Powell. Now Doncic, covered by Morris. To the left side wing. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Here's Murray. Right wing. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Richardson. Here are the Mavericks now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And it's Doncic missing. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Now here's Murray. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. He's out there with Maxi Kleber. Marjanovic is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
When Beverly first entered the league, he struggled to read the action in pick and roll. Now it's a different story.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Man, you got to respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Inside. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Doncic passes to Kleber. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis inside, covered by Morris. Leonard with the ball. Kleber on him. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Doncic feeling it out. There's the pass to Kleber. Back to Doncic. A floater. Here's Finney Smith. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Leonard attacking. Kleber with the rebound.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Yes, that goes in.
And Sean's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
Beverly with the ball. And here's George for 3. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here is Doncic. Launches a 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Poke loose. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. Takes it out to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Beverly for three. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic with it. Leonard picks him up. Another three for Dallas.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile three-level scorer.
Beverly finds George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. And here's Doncic from the arc. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good luck containing Paul George on the drive. He's one of the more fluid wings in the league.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Beverly against Brunson. Fires from the line. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And George, here we go. Powell with the steal. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Brunson. It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's been all about Luka Doncic for... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melly in at the 4. Back to Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. Passes it to Man. 5 to shoot. Clippers moving the ball around. It's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Outside Hardaway. Offensive rebound with the second effort and the layup by Powell. Powell's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Jackson kicks to Batum. It's tipped. Stolen by Brunson. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Hardaway with a wide open look. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's the break. Here's Kennard. And the bank shot is good. Mavericks leading by 4. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Powell, the pass to Melly. Now here's Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hardaway. And it's Hardaway again missing.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Outstanding decision. Kennard is getting better and better at creating offense for himself.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, Well, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
The Mavericks shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Ibaka drawing the double team to the middle. Batum finds Ibaka. Shot from a low block. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. Still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Down low, a reverse. Porzingis with the block.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Mavericks leading by 5. Now Doncic, 11 points in the game. Porzingis at the elbow. Shot from 16, and Dallas again with the bucket.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
George passes to Ibaka. Shoots from the right block. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Mavericks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Clippers trail by 9. Beverly looking around, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Brunson finds Hardaway. And here's Richardson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Turnover there, but for the most part, they've taken care of the basketball. That was one of the few mistakes they've really made.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Jackson against Brunson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
Jackson hits both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Hardaway with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Beyond the arc. The shot misses. And so it's Dallas. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points, and Kenny along with... And that'll...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So for the Clippers right now, Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka, and it's man in at the 3 spot. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Now here's Kennard. Guarded close, and the basket is good. Kennard's got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for the Clippers.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Brunson with a clean look, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Mavericks lead by 7. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Everly with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Such a wide open look. George has got 5 now.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And George kicks to Zubac. The pass to Beverly. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Beverly's got his first basket.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Runs in the pass to Melly. Dallas moving the ball around. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Beverly, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
And coming out of halftime, Coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
Here's Doncic. He's got 11. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Kleba. Now Doncic. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Pass to George. The feed now to Morris. Beverly for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite, off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Porzingis can't hit. Clippers trail by 6, and here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's Leonard. Over in the corner, Beverly. Morris outside. Leonard trying to break free. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Nobody near George. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Doncic throws it down.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Los Angeles calls timeout. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
Jackson finds Kennard. That one drops for him. Kennard's got 4 this quarter.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. One-on-one here. Here's Batum. Good on the shot. And now it's just a 4-point Dallas lead.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Here's Doncic. The 19-footer is on the money. Doncic has got 17 now. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson looking around. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
9 seconds left in the third. Jackson down low, and he banks in the layup.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
3 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Maxi Kleber is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Clock at 4. That's a 2 from Kennard. Porzingis with the rebound.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Doncic right side. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Jackson passes to Batum. Here's Kennard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Puts one up from 19. Takes the 13-footer. Stolen by Jackson. Ibaka finds Jackson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Out to the wing. On the wing, Doncic. Guarded by Jackson. Back to Doncic. The pass to Marjanovic. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Richardson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Paul George with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And here is Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Leonard attacking inside. Here's Morris. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Dallas leading by 6. Now here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Leonard gets it to go.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Doncic against George. Doncic passes to Melly. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Clippers trail by 4. Outside Leonard. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. George finds Beverly. Richardson against George. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George.
Important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Doncic outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. 1:29 left to play here in the fourth. Nice D from Porzingis.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic passes to Melly. Back to Doncic. To the inside. Oh, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
To the wing right side. Morris against Porzingis. Here's Powell. Second shot opportunity. Porzingis passes to Powell. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Clippers with the ball. They trail by 7. The 3 from George. Mavericks with the rebound. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Now Doncic. And so it's Dallas winning this one. It won. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps.